In this video, we're going to tell the tale of the tale of one of the historic liveries of our collection, the EasyJet Boeing 757-200, also known as Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot India. The plane wore the EasyJet livery only briefly during the summer of 2010. Having entered revenue service more than a decade before, it had already proven itself to be a valuable workhorse in the European low-cost carrier market before its brief time with EasyJet. Although it's found several new homes since then, as the airlines have come and gone, it remains active to this day. Manufactured as serial number 263330, it began its long career in June of 1996 with the Dutch low-cost airline Transavia, operated as Papa Hotel Tango Kilo Delta. A few months later, it was transferred to the Canadian carrier Air Transat and operated as Charlie Golf Tango Sierra Romeo for 2 months. I wasn't able to find out much about it, but it was likely to add capacity for the holiday travel season. On New Year's Day, 1997, the plane was returned to Transavia, once again registered as Papa Hotel Tango Kilo Delta, where it remained until late 1998 when Transavia leased it out again. This time to the troubled Mexican low-cost carrier TAESA, with the tail registration of X-Ray Alpha Tango Mike uniform. I was able to find a picture of our 757 online, but I was not able to get permission to use it. So the one I'm using here is a different tail number from the same airline from around 1993. This one didn't require me to get permission to use it. For those interested, I do have a link in the comments section to an actual photo of X-Ray Alpha Tango Mike uniform that I wasn't able to get permission to use here. Well, TAESA had been experiencing significant maintenance and regulatory issues for quite some time before the arrival of our Boeing 757 to their operations, and the airline would not survive much longer. In March 1999, the jet was returned to Transavia and resumed service as Papa Hotel Tango Kilo Delta. I found these images of it in 1:200 scale in the Cucumber livery on the Die-Cast Aircraft Forum website. This is the one-of-a-kind custom creation of a user named Schaefer. Pretty good craftsmanship, I'd say. I provided a link in the comments. In February 2003, the newly formed carrier Air Finland took possession of the plane, and it was assigned the tail Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot India. Air Finland began operations in April 2003 with Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot India, no doubt making up a significant portion of their modest fleet. It's also listed as operating briefly with the now defunct Livingston Energy flight from 2005 to 2006, and the also now defunct British low-cost carrier Monarch Airlines in 2009. This brings us to the summer of 2010 and the EasyJet livery of our model. Although the British low-cost leisure travel carrier is better known for operating Boeing 737s and later Airbus A320s, EasyJet leased a total of 4 757s to add additional capacity for the summer. 757-200 Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot India was the last of these to arrive, and the second leased from Air Finland. Her sister ship from Air Finland, Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot Juliet, arrived about 2 months earlier. Here is Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot Juliet in 1:400 scale. The two airplanes are differentiated by the winglets on Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot India. Of note, Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot Juliet is still in service as well with FedEx as November 967 Foxtrot Delta. Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot India was then returned to Air Finland following the summer travel season of 2010. In January 2012, 6 months before Air Finland filed for bankruptcy and ceased operations, Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot India was transferred to SAFI Airways. In 2014, the former Oscar Hotel Alpha Foxtrot India underwent a massive interior upgrade. The high-end luxury hotel chain Four Seasons launched an all-inclusive travel experience called the Four Seasons Jet Experience, and needed an airplane capable of meeting the travel demands of their very high-end clientele. To this point, our former EasyJet 757 had spent its almost 20 years in service catering to the high-volume, low-cost segment of the commercial carrier market. It now boasted a lavish interior featuring Italian craftsmanship with comforts befitting the world's most discerning traveler. Managed by TAG Aviation in England, it operated as Golf Tango Charlie Sierra X-Ray. Here it appears in model form. In 2021, it was leased to the Russian carrier Azur Air as Victor Quebec Bravo Zulu Echo, marketed as the company's only VIP aircraft. According to one source I found, the airplane's owner, AirCap, made several requests to have the airplane returned. Instead, it was transferred to the Russian registry Romeo Alpha 73029 without the owner's consent. The jet continues operation under that registry to this day in the Lujo Black jet livery. The company even offers 3D tours of the cabin and flight deck on their website. As you can see, this plane has operated with so many different liveries in its nearly 30 years of service. As many of these liveries are available in model form in 1 to 400 scale, the many forms of this one Boeing 757 could be a collection within a collection. I hope you enjoyed this content. If so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you.